coming into this experience of healing and actually finding myself, at least, and other women and men that I've talked to, this feeling of needing to clear the past so that what is being birthed can come forward with less of our personal expectations, our emotional clutter, um, relationships that may or may not be serving us any longer, speaking our truth, living into our power. It's just paving the way for what I'm feeling is coming forward in the next month. So I hope I'm not alone in this. Um, it's in a way it's transforming our innocence and our maybe our past behaviors into wisdom. So it is definitely a movement that is kind of beyond the mind. It feels like, as I've said before, like a birthing process. Um, so thank you for hearing me. I wanted to mention you're seeing a new painting behind us. This is Saraswati. We just received this painting and a few more in the mail from our dear friend Scott Haig, the artist. I am hoping that you're aware of who he is. His Instagram page is, I believe it's Scott Haig on Instagram, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about Scott's artwork coming up and his availability to send you prints or giclées of this artwork, or even if you feel the desire to have him create something uniquely for you, even if it's a dream or an insight that you have. He is a phenomenal artist, just the most incredible friend we have who has that amazing connection with that spiritual energy that he transfers into his artwork. One other thing before we get into this our Mantra Mondays is I wanted to mention on our last blog, I gave you a link to Devi Kavacham, which is a beautiful, I don't know what they call it. Is it a sloka or is it even more than that? It is a divine prayer of protection for every piece of your body, on the physical and the physical energy, but also that energy as it affects you from other people. So there's a protective energy. It is like a great blessing, and I gave you the link onto YouTube, and the person chanting it is, her name is Manu, and she is actually a very incredible, inspirational singer from India, and I love the melody. I listen to it most every morning while I'm either just coming out of meditation or I'm getting ready for my day. And it's a wonderful way to aid that or add that level of, I kind of sometimes call it Teflon, energetic protection as you move throughout your day. So this is our last week of healing, with the theme of healing. I'm sure we're going to continue to heal, but I'm feeling that we're moving into a new time, a new energy as we move into July, and we'll be talking more about that in the blog coming up that's going to be released Thursday or Friday this week. And again, this has been a month of feeling the need to be a little patient with ourselves and careful. And what's been coming up for me is about choices that we make, and how we engage the world, and why we're in certain situations in our life, and it's just a time of reflection and healing, whether we like it or not. I think there's this evolutionary push for us to come into greater awakening. And so the energies right now are still shifting. We need to practice patience and stay with our practices that we haven't been engaged in. Prepare. Some of you might be feeling a little bit of a lull. Take this time to prepare your space. We've taught you space clearing techniques. We've given you some incredible mantras to chant. It's time to just prepare your space, because the next month or 2 or 3, the energy is really going to start accelerating.
Mm-hmm.
And we think, like in the fall, probably by mid-October, things are really going to be shifting powerfully. So you want to start building that energy. And that core energy comes from your spiritual practices. So I'm going to turn it over to Mike.
Yeah, so as Robin was saying, there's these huge planetary shifts in July and August, and one of the biggest things is Mercury finally went direct. But don't get too excited. I'd say it's really a good time for all those creative projects that you've been working on to start to move forward cautiously, because we're still in a shadow until about July 7th. But yeah, so things are moving, and so we have these couple retrogrades. Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius, which has us reassessing our beliefs, our spiritual knowledge, and it's really pushing us um, to find some inspiring knowledge. It's a time for exploring inspiring knowledge. Um, and Saturn retrograde, with affliction of Rahu, is in Capricorn, and it's having us reassess what we're focused on, what we're committed to. So if you put these two things together, it's wanting you to be committed to finding some new uplifting, inspirational knowledge. We have just so happen to have on our website, American Institute of Vastu, classes in astrology, and you can actually get certified if you go through level 1 and level 2, as well as classes in Vastu. So these are some ways to help yourself and other people, and that's really what this time is all about. It's realigning yourself with your life purpose, finding that inspirational knowledge that will help you and other people around you. It's all about service, really. That's in essence all of our purposes on this planet has to do with healing ourselves and then helping other people heal themselves. So the other thing that's happening is Mercury and Venus are in Cancer, and Mars and Venus are in Cancer, and Mars is opposite Saturn. So that's kind of a push-pull thing. So Saturn's in Capricorn, Mars in Cancer. Mars is wanting to dissolve your boundaries, and Saturn's saying, wait a minute, we still need some boundaries. So kind of questioning that, kind of going back and forth. So there's a little bit of push-pull there. And Venus is really wanting us to bring peace to every situation, to heal the family dynamics, to heal the things that have been in conflict in your life. So the positive balancing factor is Venus in Cancer right now. So I think it's a very exciting time. Sun is also going into Gemini, which is supporting that spiritual knowledge that you're being pushed to learn and bringing new ideas. So I think it's a very powerful time, and as Robin was saying.
Yep, it is. So kind of validates, oops, sorry. Sorry about that. For those of you who are on Instagram, we had a little bit of a blip, but now you're back on. I'm hoping you're all back on.
Yes.
So now we're going to be chanting some of our Vedic mantras, and Michael is going to start with the Saraswati mantra. This is the energy of creativity and knowledge, and she is here as the personal symbol, and also in Scott's painting behind us. And I think she's kind of beautiful. So that's the whole thing about creativity. It brings beauty into physical form, and so this mantra will really enhance that energy.
She really supports that higher knowledge that the planets are pushing us towards right now. So very, very important.
Before you begin, I just wanted to welcome all the new people who are here on Instagram and Facebook who joined us this weekend for the anti-aging interview that we did, a presentation that we did for Deb Poneman's group. Thank you for joining us. And so this might be a little new to some of you who haven't really participated in something like this before. So we're going to chant several mantras, and then we're going to ignite this beautiful altar, and I will explain everything on the altar. This is our community, worldwide community altar. So whether you or not you have an altar set up for health and healing, this is our group altar for that purpose. And then we have a few other things that we do after we ignite the altar.
Okay, we'll do some chanting now. So just close your eyes and just take a deep breath in and let go all the cares of the day, so you can just settle into to receive the powerful frequencies of these mantras. Om Saraswati Devye Namaha. Om Saraswati Devye Namaha. Om Saraswati Devye Namaha.
The next mantra I'm going to chant. It is the Mrityunjaya mantra, and it is considered a blessing and a very powerful mantra for healing. And it is a tongue twister. I have offered it several times, even phonetically, in our blog. And you can also I think I have it as a recording online for those of you who would like to purchase it on our website. It's not that expensive, so that you can actually hear this mantra daily.
On the website, it's called the Healing Mantra.
Yeah. Here it goes. Trayambakam yajamahe sugantim pushtivartanam urvarukamiva bantana mrutyor mukshi amamrutat.
Now I'm going to do a Shanti mantra, and this particular mantra is bringing the light forward to dispel the darkness. So the light of knowledge that we've been talking about, to dispel the darkness of ignorance and the illusion around us. So yeah, just keep the eyes closed. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
And now I'm going to chant a mantra. I'm going to read this because there's a lot of information here. This mantra is to support your spiritual evolution. I've chanted it before, but I really feel drawn to chant it again today. It is a mantra that we chant in times of great change and global uncertainty. We are sometimes at a loss to find stability and peace within. Yet we are supported endlessly by the wisdom of the ages. The peace mantra is a powerful mantra that assists us in our spiritual evolution and acts as a blessing for the world. The mantra I'm going to chant is in Sanskrit, which is the oldest root language. And Sanskrit, for those of you who don't know, it is the only language where sound and form are the same. I can give you an example of that, but I just want you to know that the vibrational frequency affects physical reality, so that all the mantras that we chant actually affect your physical environment and your physiology. So it's just not saying things, there is frequency to each of the syllables in the mantras. And so this mantra means, or is translated as, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. By chanting this mantra, we move from our personal self and radiate a prayer of love and peace for the world around us. It takes us from the egoic little self and its limited worldview and radiates from us global well-being. It is a reminder that we are part of the universe and can positively impact all of creation. I like to do these mantras with my eyes closed. So if that feels good to you, you can close your eyes. I'm going to chant this mantra. I'm going to chant it until it feels like I'm done chanting it. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti.
That was wonderful.
Thank you. I hope you all like that. I felt really me. So now I'm going to go through the elements on the altar. And for some of you who are new and haven't joined us before, um, creating altars is, I think it's like one of my passions. And because creating beauty in the world, to me, is one of the highest vibrations. And these altars are, they need to be beautiful to you. They need to touch your heart. Because the more they touch your heart, the more they work for you. It's like you're offering beauty and love to the divine. It perceives that as a very high vibration, and it aids in your manifestation. So the altar is a radio transmitter energetically for your highest intentions to come into physical form. This is a health and healing altar because this is the month of healing. And there are elements on the altar. There is a personal symbol, and I will go through each of the elements. The first element, oh, you know what? We need a water element. We forgot the water element. Okay, I'm just going to use my water. Hold on a second. I forgot that one. I was on my way to pick flowers this morning and got a little interrupted. So we're just going to place water on the altar. So the first item on the altar is the air element. And the air element is in the northwest. I've set this altar up as if this is the east wall. So the east wall is where you place this particular altar. This science is a directional science. And the energy of the east, that solar energy, the ultraviolet light that comes from the east, feeds your system. It feeds your immune system. It feeds your pineal. It brings the energy of that vibrational frequency, which is very subtle and very pure, of uplifting and healing and good health into your physical environment and into your physiology. So air represents the mind and it also represents new beginnings. I don't think it's going to work this way. Okay, all right. Then I do it when I get around to that.
Sure.
Okay. So the air element is in the northwest. It is that subtle energy where new energy comes to you from the unseen, and it comes as this subtle feeling. And it's the beginning of something that you're going to manifest, something that you're going to create. And then we go into the water element, which is in the northeast. And the northeast energy is about holding that energy and letting it gestate. So it's almost as if you're in a birthing process here. And so that is in the northeast, and then in the southeast is the fire element. And the fire element is that passion, hot energy that's needed to move something from formless into form. It is that part of that birthing process that fires up the system to say, it's the word that comes to mind, it's that determination that you become very focused on bringing something fully into the physical. And that is in the southeast, and in the southwest is the earth element. And here I have uncooked rice, but it could be crystals. It could be a small African violet or another beautiful flowering plant here. Anything from the earth. And in the center is the space element. This is where I put my hopes and dreams. This is where I speak to the divine, and I I have this offering tray here, and inside it I have um, my mantra beads. Mantra beads. You can get these sandalwood beads on our website, but they're really inexpensive. Probably the most inexpensive ones I've seen online. And sandalwood is a really good wood because it holds the vibration, it holds the frequency of the mantra.
Smells great
And
too.
it smells good, and you can chant your mantras and use it as a way to chant. This necklace has 108 beads on it, so you can go through it without engaging the mind. Each time you chant the mantra, you move your finger to the next bead until you get to 108 beads. That's one repetition. And then when you put it on, you're holding that vibration of those mantras. It permeates your being. I also have the Ganesh mantra to remove all obstacles. I have this little keystone, which is, can you fix that? Sorry guys, we have somebody else was just calling in. All right, sorry for interrupting everybody on Instagram. So we have this keystone, which is the highest grade crystal count quartz that holds the vibration of this energy, which is a very powerful symbol that is also a frequency of protection and manifestation. And then on an unlined piece of paper, I've written, this is our community altar, so I've written a little prayer. Divine presence, bring us all closer to your compassion and love so that we may heal ourselves and our world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And then I wrote 3 words, healing, compassion, and love. And so actually I'm going to use this as we ignite the altar, which we're going to do. Michael is going to take us through the igniting process, and you can just focus your attention on what he has to say and follow along with us.
So just again, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and let all the cares of the day go. And as you breathe in, feel every particle of your being, of what it would feel like to already have what you wrote on the piece of paper, or if you haven't done that, just what you would like to write on a piece of paper, always putting it in the affirmative. I'm grateful for whatever you happen to want. So I'm just going to keep going here. So again, each breath that you take in, fill up every particle of your being of what it would feel like to already have whatever you wrote on the piece of paper or whatever you want. Feel that sense of joy, fulfillment, and gratitude in every cell of your being. Now you can mentally place the intention into the center of the altar. And the next step, you may have to open your eyes for a second. We're going to do Gomukhi Mudra. This is bring your attention to your intention, and it is just holding the 2 middle fingers in with the thumb, and the pointer finger and the baby finger are sticking out. It's a very powerful way to move intentional energy. So we're going to point 9 times and chant the Ganesh mantra to remove the obstacles for your manifesting whatever you desire. So, Om Ganganapatiye Namaha. 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 You can relax the hands and relax the breath.
Now I'm going to do a prayer for healing. wrote this prayer at the beginning of the month, and I posted it on our blog, one of the first blogs that I wrote this month. But I thought that it would be a wonderful way to also end the month by sharing it with you again, because I think that it covers all the bases. Divine Mother, Father, all that is, show me what is mine to do. Help guide me to my next step and the one after that. Show me how to surrender and give you this burden so I may move forward in my life with a grateful heart. Allow me to serve you and only you. Show me how to trust that I am not alone and that you walk beside me always. Help me know my beautiful soul and to heal that part within me where I hide from myself in shame. Bring the light to that hidden place so that it is illuminated and filled with your love and acceptance. Let me rest in your arms so I hear your heart and my heart beat as one so that I never forget the peace of belonging. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So I just want to thank you for joining us. We have a few specials that are left until the end of the month, which is midnight on this Wednesday. So there is a 20% off code, which is healing with a capital H. And do you remember the specials? They're the first one, hold on a second. I got to stand up, guys, because it's behind the computer. It is a Vastu consultation and the level 1 of the astrology course.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you are interested in either of those for right now, for the next 3 days, we have 20% off using code healing with a capital H. I want to really thank all of you for joining us. As always, to our followers and to our new fans, and just know that we are here to support you in any way we can. If you need us, just contact us through our website at vastucreations.com, or you can contact Mike directly. Email him at michaelmastrovastu@gmail.com. And we will see you next week. Stay tuned for the blog and our newsletter that will come out towards the end of this week, as well as we'll be posting on Instagram and Facebook as well. Thank you so much for joining us. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.